Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me right now, I'm doing all about the sleeping disorders and types, basically, versus the causes, treatments, and just the signs and symptoms versus, any differences in between those different types of sleeping disorders that I have clearly addressed earlier in the pieces. Basically, if you haven't followed me right now and you just started to right now, I welcome you all basically to the newbies. Basically, I'm AspieAnswersAll, and I'm all about the mental health series versus sharing my life story with my condition of Asperger's syndrome, OCD, depression and the like, so that hopefully you can get a clearer understanding, also just hopefully have a clearer clearer knowledge about me, as well as maybe getting to know me as a person behind the labels. Even though I know for a fact that despite that I have actually mentioned sometimes when I meet a few people out on the street the very same question over and over again, what is Asperger's syndrome and the like. But all I'm for to do though, basically, if you really want to know more about that, you might have to go way back into the very beginning somewhere, where I have actually introduced myself and actually have defined what Asperger's syndrome is in my case. Even though everyone is different on the scale of this Asperger's syndrome, even though many people just don't like to be called the high functioning versus the low functioning autism spectrum scale. So, but that's how I look at it anyway. But then again, to get a better understanding, I had a few references somewhere around, but I can't find it. But in order to do also, basically, I'm also here to support you all. I'm not here to knock you down. I'm going to be your mentor, advocate, and whatever else you want me to be, basically, in a way of everyday situations that we go through, be it, our medical versus, shall we say, just the normal everyday things like relationship breakups, or just anything about relationships, dating, eating disorders and the like, basically. And hopefully that it will sound alright to you guys, for you to hear about, because at the end of the day everyone needs support one way or another. And also to do also, basically, this is just a few bits of the pieces that I've missed out. So this is all about the insomnia and sleep apnea put together in this part of it, of this video that I'm currently going to bring out now, which is actually the differences between them both. And that's, just to be clear, that, even though I have been trying to put some disclaimers on some of the videos, I'm no medical expert. Basically, you have to solely, seek medical advice or seek an opinion by your medical specialist. Also, as I said, I'm entitled for my own freedom of speech of what I want to share, regardless whatever topic. So, be in mind with what I share, even if it's not for you. You feel just, either A, switch off the video and tune into someone else's video, or B, just as what some people have been telling me, to suck it up and actually, watch it all the way through. But there's no way to go about it. You guys have a choice, and the choice factor ends in you and whatnot, So, no offense taken if you do end up, looking at the other way and stuff, even if, I feel that on my heart at the moment, trying to be real transparent, and everything else in front of you is whatever I may be going through, regardless of, what I have been actually dealing with in the past and present, versus, just what I've been doing in general at the moment, because it's been really hard for me at the moment, sorting out, bits and pieces. If you've been following me on Facebook lately, especially in the now at the moment, thinking, even though there's a few people I feel maybe, I'm not sure, even though I've removed some of the people off my list at the moment that I feel, needs to be not there, because obviously, even though some people may think that you should, be friendly to one another, yes, to a point, but you don't need people to drag you down all the time and actually, put it all on you that you're at fault, when you're doing something right in your own books. And they just tear you down anyway because they're insecure and whatever else, like I call them, as I said before, the haters, But anyway, enough babbling on that. Let's begin on this. Okay, for the differences in between the sleep apnea and insomnia. Right, and the first part of it is the sleep apnea. The differences between this, you've got to remember, is number one, it's a physical disorder. Okay, and there's two types of sleep apnea here, which obviously is obstructive sleep apnea, which is pretty much common, in most people, no matter what age in life. What happens here is, to give you a fair idea what's going on in there, is when your soft tissues are relaxed, obviously, in the throat, it will slide back and forth. start sliding, cutting off your breathing supply or just your breathing in general, and then generally your brain will start to jolt in the middle of the night, trying to awaken your body with the sensory input of the neurotransmitters versus everything else that goes going on around you. And usually with this brain, it will usually jolt to the body to awake you, as well as to keep the body awake, to open up the airflow that is disrupting your sleep patterns, regardless what it may be. Okay, then your last but not least of that key difference, to keep it short and sweet, is like your central sleep apnea. This is a more real condition, however, just to bear in mind. And what happens here is your brain malfunctions, and when this is happening, the airway is blocked, and then your natural reaction, again, your body will start to try and jolt to awaken you. That will hinder your sleep. And then sometimes your body, as well as just your actual being, stops breathing and not awaken immediately. This one, even though it may not be common, but being rare, this last one of the central sleep apnea is actually more life-threatening than the very first one that I just introduced to you all. Well, basically that ends the differences between those two, sleep apneas versus insomnia, even though I felt that I didn't add that in. So hopefully this will be a bit of a no-brainer, or just something you've learned about, put it whatever way we want it. Give me the like for thumbs up, showing that you like the content versus that you're actually engaging with me, which is good. Either that, or another way to show that you're engaging with me is basically just comment below or private message me on AspieAnswersAll, or even here on YouTube. I think they have a message box somewhere, so feel free to do that. Also follow me on Twitter and Facebook, AspieAnswersAll. Subscribe to my channel for daily, weekly vlogs. Hopefully it will be back to my original setting at the moment, but I can't always guarantee this, because obviously, as I said before, my schedule is changing 9 times out of 10 at the moment of what's going on, which I won't reveal too much about that, because obviously that's for my forte just to deal with at the moment of what's going on. Everyone goes through their stuff, but like I said, I'm trying to be as genuine and real and transparent with you all, regardless of what's going on. Even though, yes, I'll touch base now and again via Twitter or Facebook on my statuses versus whatever else it may be on the AspieAnswersAll, if you're following me there, because obviously I try to make sure that anything that comes on top of me to be broadcasted too much though. However, so if you don't see me around, don't fret though. I am around. It's just 9 times out of 10, as I said, I don't usually socialise much. But then again, I'm trying my hardest to socialise with others, and hopefully sometime soon that it will bound to happen, that I'll have the right support network, because I know for a fact that at the moment that despite some of the network systems I've got in place, as I said before earlier in this piece, that some of it I feel that needs to be cut off and start afresh, even though, like I said, even if it means my road will be a lonely one versus what's going to happen, because obviously I feel in my heart right now I'm doing the right thing for myself, and even if people will just give me the benefit, not the benefit of the doubt versus what's going on, even though my journey is different like your guys, so it's a matter of just, like I said, connecting. So without further ado, guys, feel free to share the videos also to your family and friends. Do what you love what you do, be kind to yourself, be true to yourself. Thanks for watching, thanks for the support so far, and I'll see you all again soon.